Arin Andrews and Katie Hill are one of America's most famous teen couples. Millions follow their romance online because their love story is one in a million.
She is the perfect woman for me.
Arin and Katie are the first openly transgender teen couple in America. Once a girl named Emerald, Arin is now a 16-year-old boy. Luke became Katie, now an 18-year-old woman.
It's become so normal for me to be a woman, to be a normal woman in everyday life.
I've always loved women and liked women, even as a female, because I've always deep down known that I was a straight male.
Arin and Katie's online video blogs are inspiring other young transgender people to talk openly about love. Claire is searching for Mr. Right.
I would just like someone to spend time with and to cuddle and just do little things. Like, the little things mean the most to me.
Devon is the new kid in town and he wants a girlfriend.
It's a little bit difficult in the dating scene because I don't really know anybody and nobody really knows me.
Arin and Katie, Claire, Devon, part of a new generation telling the world what it's like to be young, trans, and looking for love. It's not easy dating when you're transgender.
It's so embarrassing to admit, but I like get stood up all the time and it's so annoying.
You're changing completely.
My sex drive has gone up a lot, like a lot.
Sharing these experiences online helps others to understand and giving them hope that they're not alone.
I have met a lot of douchebags and jerks, and I would really, really want to meet a gentleman.
Arin Andrews and Katie Hill are pioneers in the transgender vlogosphere, first appearing online as a couple in 2012. They met at a transgender support group in Oklahoma.
I went up to her kind of my iPhone. I was like, hey, can I have your number kind of thing? And she was like, yeah, sure, I'll give you my number. And I was like, oh, I bet she doesn't really, like me.
But she did like him, and their unique love soon blossomed.
We were watching just TV and we were laying down and I was pretty much like this to him, cuddled close. And finally, for the first time ever, he put his arm around me. I said, this is nonsense. I'm gonna do it if he's not gonna do it. And so I had to go in for the first kiss.
I was sitting here like thinking I'm kissing the most beautiful girl in the world. The most amazing woman I know.
Over the years, Arin and Katie's posts online have had a major impact on the lives of other young trans adults who felt isolated, confused, and had nowhere to turn.
There was kind of a moment of like, okay, this is who I am. Because like when I found other trans people, and like when they would tell their stories and how they felt, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is what I am.
Claire is 20 now. Just 9 months ago, she came out online as transgender.
I have finally made the decision to fully transition.
When I look back at old pictures and videos, it's like looking at a completely different person. Not even physical-wise, I feel like my inside changed too, like the way I felt about things. Yeah, I was very depressed back then. Just a lot of things I was unhappy with.
Social media not only gave Claire an outlet for her depression, it helped her find friends who supported her.
I have had a lot of issues with dating and with men. I personally want to date a straight man. I don't want a man who wants me for the person that I was. I want a man who wants me for the woman that I am.
My friend Olivia, she taught me a lot actually about like things I needed to do.
I had to like basically make you into like a new person. It's been about a year now. It's crazy.
One of the first lessons Olivia taught Claire was one of the most important: how to disguise that telltale bulge.
I mean, basically you just pull everything back.
You tuck some of that.
Yeah, I mean your male testicles have a socket. You put them back in there and you pull everything like way back and then it's flat.
And then you put underwear on.
And yeah, you just put on a pair of tight underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, you ready?
Yeah,
Do you want to
I'm
go? Okay.
The girls head into town ready for a big night out. And Claire's hoping to rev up her love life. They meet up with another trans friend, Zoe, and hit a local club. Plenty of men on the dance floor. Will the girls get lucky? They came, they saw, but they left by themselves.
That was so fun.
Many trans women run into a common problem with men.
I feel like guys just tend to sexualize us. They don't see like what we have to offer past the bedroom. You know, if we weren't transgender, we would get those second and third dates no problem.
I have been with a few guys, like, physically, and I feel like once they got down there, I kind of just shut off.
I've been sexual with my boyfriend, obviously, but he's fine with it and he's accepted it. He's completely straight and everything like that, but he's accepted it, and like he's like me, he wants to please people, so it doesn't bother him.
Gotcha.
Most guys I've met, I meet them one time, literally. And then after that, nothing.
There's someone out there for you, like it's gonna happen.
I've never had like an actual relationship, and it's kind of odd to me, like how, like I don't know why, like what is the issue? Is it me?
Claire has just joined the conversation online. Others began posting videos when they were younger.
Hi, my name is Brittany, and I am 16 years old, and I'm transgender.
Arin's posts date back to before his relationship with Katie, from the very beginning of his transgender journey.
This is the beginning. This is the very start of my transition. As you can see, I finally got my hair cut. Yes!
And his vlogs had a major impact on teens coming out as trans, including Devon.
But I find like not the only one who feels like this, feels like alone in the world.
Now 18, Devon followed Arin's lead by sharing his own transition.
I was so goofy back then, though. So goofy, and my voice is so high-pitched, and I remember like talking about silly things.
So I'm using this site. It's called Laura's Playground. I saw my best friend's underwear today. Yeah. Pretty sexy. I'm a man. Like, physically, no. But look at this. What do you see? Man. I'm more man than Justin Bieber.
But growing up trans is not just frustrating, it can be painful too. And in high school, Devon became a target.
I was shoved into lockers, shoved into walls, and this kid came up to me and was really upset and put me in a chokehold, and he said, I'm gonna fucking kill you, faggot. And that was kind of the turning point in my life and in my mom's life.
A turning point that changed Devon and his mum's life forever and forced them to move away from their old home in Iowa.
I love photos, but it's so emotional.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel you.
Here's age 3. That's when everything changed. I mean, I just cut your hair off. You wouldn't let me do anything with it, so I'm like, okay, we'll just cut it off, then we don't have to fight about it. This was really tough for me right here. When you hit like 12 and 13, and that's when it got really bad for me. I fought it. I didn't want you to, your life to be any harder than it had to be.
I remember the endless conversations of you saying, Devon, you have to start wearing girl clothes, and then you can be such a beautiful girl. And I remember forcing myself to say, yeah, you're right, I could be.
I didn't understand what was going on with you. Sometimes I thought you were just being obstinate. People are looking at you, and then they're asking me questions. I mean, right in your face. Is that a boy or a girl? It's like, I just sometimes wanted it just to be easier.
But don't you think that's kind of how I feel? Don't you think I feel like, God, couldn't this just be easier?
Love you, baby.
I don't think at all that being transgender is a choice. Because thinking on it, why would somebody want this kind of life? Why would somebody want to put themselves through all this pain?
Devon's hoping that a change of scenery will help kickstart his social life and find him a girlfriend.
moving to a whole entire new state and not really knowing anybody, that's kind of scary of trying to find a new group of friends where you feel like home when you hang out with them.
He's hooking up with some skater buddies who already know that he's trans.
So what's it like moving here from Iowa? Do you like it better, or?
I don't know, it's beautiful here. There's like a lot of trees in Iowa. We have this like cornfields and stuff.
How do you like the chick scene around here compared to Iowa?
They're pretty hot, you know?
You've talked about your ex-girlfriend a couple of times, but you never go into too much detail on it.
There's this girl named Rebecca. She kind of dropped the I'm in love with you card. I kind of handled it wrong because I just like kind of stopped talking to her for a little bit.
Been there?
Yeah.
Leaving Iowa, I did leave a big broken heart with this girl named Rebecca. But I felt really overwhelmed and I wasn't ready for what was there.
So are you looking for a girl around here or like anything serious like that?
I think what I'm looking for is somebody who's fun and exciting who can like be as energetic as I can, you know?
Someone to go out and do things with?
Yeah, exactly. To chill, you know?
Yeah.
As Devon is the new kid in town, his buddies have invited a couple of girls they want him to meet.
Count!
Good, how are you doing? Just skating.
Yeah, what are you guys doing here?
Taking a break. Have you guys met Devon before?
No.
Hey, I'm Devon.
Devon. I'm Sid.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Kelsey.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
I'm from Iowa. What kind of music are you guys into?
Alternative punk, I guess. A little bit of everything, like hardcore.
Some hardcore and
hardcore.
punk music.
We were both really into, I guess, the local scene. I mean, if you're not doing anything on Saturday, I mean, there's a really cool show, so you should stop by.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty fun. I might do that. I think I've definitely got a lot in common with Kelsey. I think we kind of connected a little bit, and I'd like to see kind of where that goes with her.
It's the first time Devon has felt a connection since splitting up with his ex. But it's too soon for Devon to tell Kelsey that he was once a girl named Addison.
When you are transgender, you are
Young trans Americans are not only sharing posts about their feelings, they're also sharing updates about the medical challenges of becoming trans.
I have testosterone, which makes you go through the roof.
And the first step to change your gender is to take hormones. Arin started taking testosterone, or T, when he was 15.
Gosh, this is the part that hurts, yeah.
As the testosterone made Arin more of a man, he turned his back on Emerald, the reluctant pageant queen.
These are all my beauty pageant trophies that I won a long time ago before I started transitioning. That's my past.
Until age 12, when he, then still a she, had had enough.
What male wants to be in beauty pageants, I was a guy in a dress. So I just wanted to, get rid of them, so I just took them out of my room and threw them in here because they don't mean much to me. Just a bunch of crap, basically.
Whilst Arin's mum was supportive, she struggled to let go of the daughter she used to have.
I always get so emotional. This was the Emerald I knew. I mean, this is what I've always known. This was like a huge part of her life, and I love her dance costumes. I've saved them every year. I haven't gotten rid of them. He looked so cute in this one. It's adorable. I still want to say she because I hang on to the girl I had. It's kind of like when someone dies, you still want to, I guess, honor that. I don't know, it's just really hard. But she just sounds better when you're talking about her dance costumes. So, sorry.
Hey, Mom, can you come help me real quick?
Sure. Okay.
Devon's mum injects him with T once a week. Using testosterone could mean he won't be able to have children in the future.
I had periods up until I was 16 when I started testosterone, and it took about maybe 2 to 3 months for them to stop.
But one side effect took Devon by surprise.
Being on testosterone definitely raises your sex drive.
I heard that.
Yeah, I know. No, Mom, it doesn't make me horny.
Whilst Arin and Devon need testosterone injected to maintain their transition, Claire's body still produces the male hormone naturally.
I am taking 4 pills a day, spironolactone, which is basically, it blocks the testosterone, so
I won't get any manlier. Praise Jesus. And then I'm on estrogen. When I first started taking estrogen, and hormones, my emotions were kind of like at a high as a female because I wanted to cry before as a guy. I actually was frustrated that I could never cry.
Before she started taking hormones, Claire used to be an all-American boy named Dylan, growing up in a small town in Virginia.
My neighbor's probably looking at me like, when did they get a daughter?
Despite Claire's small-town upbringing, her family have tried their best to support her.
It's just hard because everybody has been calling you Dylan and he like their whole life, and then like this past year everything's changed, so it's kind of different.
The hardest thing for me is getting used to saying she.
Like when people mess up like pronouns and stuff, it kind of just like really upsets me. It kind of like wants to make me cry.
Claire's mom has been on her side from the start.
I've seen your tears. I've been there through this whole process. I know what you've been going through.
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of guy do you see me with?
I think you just have to see. You just have to... I mean, this is still, you know, you're still learning. It's just a learning process. You're going to make mistakes. You just learn from your mistakes. You see what's good for you.
Whitney, what kind of guy should I date? When I came out as transgender, my mom's side of the family accepted it, and there was my dad's side that like completely didn't accept it. I think it's like a super big sin, and like I'm an abomination. Like that's what my dad told me I was. He called me once I came out as trans, told me that everyone thought I was an abomination.
It's Saturday night, and Devon has been waiting all week to see the girl he met at the skate park, Kelsey.
How are you doing?
Good.
Thanks for inviting me to the show.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool. It's outside. That's dope.
I know. Yeah, it's been pretty cool so far.
Awesome. Did I miss much?
Kind of.
You ready to watch?
Yes.
Cool.
Devon wants to wait to tell Kelsey he's trans. She seems into him, but he has been rejected in the past.
Recently, this girl and we went on a date and everything was fine. And then I felt the need to kind of tell her that I was transgender. I remember her saying, "Nah, dude, I like guys." And I was like, okay. And I kind of hit hard. I was like, but I am a guy. And she's like, yeah, but you're not.
Yeah, the last bit actually was really, really good, honestly. You definitely could have like danced and grooved them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, they're really good. I like them.
Since you kind of showed me like what you're into, I write a lot. So I was wondering if you kind of want to go to this poetry slam with me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Cool.
That'd be
Awesome.
super cool. I've never been to one.
Sweet.
After 9 months on hormones, Claire is about to take a major step on her trans journey.
It's a big day today because it's the first time I have ever been to the beach as Claire, and it's like, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I'm really excited, but at the same time, I'm like, not nervous, but I don't know what to expect. Bye.
Claire and her friends want to see if they can meet some hot guys at the beach.
I'm excited. I mean, there's probably a lot of cute guys out today.
I feel like just scope out the area.
Yeah, looking is always fun.
It's the first time Claire has worn a bikini in public. And the guys seem to be paying attention.
Good, how are you?
Zoe. Zoe, I'm Casey.
I'm Claire.
Nice to meet you. What kind of guys you ladies into? Like, do you like the blonde surfer kind of guy, skater dude? Like, is it personality that gets you, or is it like...
Definitely.
Definitely personality?
Yeah, if a guy is like really funny, it makes me laugh, and I can like be comfortable around him. It's a plus. So not to be like forward or anything, but like, do you think we're cute?
Most definitely. And me,
Really?
gorgeous.
I think
You
you both
ladies
are very
are
attractive.
gorgeous.
We should hook up sometime, hang out, you know?
Really?
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
Always
we need to
here.
like get our numbers.
Sure thing. So do I just put you in here as beautiful?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye.
But when the guys found out the girls were trans, things changed.
That's it. Silence. Like nothing from them again.
In a lot of ways, I don't like telling a guy because once I tell them, it's like all respect goes out the window. Straight guys just can't get over you having the male parts. Once I had or get the surgery, I think it will change a lot for me because right now, you know, if I meet a straight guy and he doesn't know, like, you know, we can't get physical if I don't tell him, like, and then if he finds out, like, just things get so complicated that you don't even begin to, I can't even, begin to explain.
Claire is considering getting surgery so that guys will accept her fully as a woman.
Hi, Claire, how are you? What I'd like to do is just get a sense of what you feel it would be the amount that you would want.
Claire wants 3 procedures. First, a boob job.
See, now that's getting up into a full C cup, and I think that might be a little bit more difficult to fit. You may not have enough skin to fit an implant that's too large.
Then she wants her Adam's apple shaved.
What we would do is basically just shave off a little piece on either side here.
But the third surgery is risky and highly invasive, and the hardest for Claire to decide on.
We can make, for example, a vagina for you. We use the skin from the inside of your thighs, and we create like a tunnel. Sometimes we can just use them up in your groin area here, so you don't quite see it all the way down on your thighs area. Scars are higher up. Plus, you'd have to have your penis resected. And what we try to do sometimes is save some of the sensation, the nerve sensations.
Yeah.
But you know, again, that would never quite be as sensitive as before.
I don't want the feeling to go away.
Yeah.
And never have feeling down there again.
If you ever wanted to have, you know, somebody penetrate, then you would have to have something inside kind of keeping that skin from contracting until it had a chance to fully heal. It's a big step. There's no doubt about that. It's a big step.
And I have to be prepared fully for it.
Yes.
Mentally and like physically.
Absolutely.
As Claire considers this drastic next step, she turns to Arin and Katie's vlogs for help.
I'm only 3 days away from the surgery and I'm so excited.
This is a big deal for all of y'all who are transgender or in the community. You know that having surgery is a very life-changing event.
At the start of their own surgical transitions, Arin and Katie shared the mental and physical highs and lows with millions online. Katie was the first to have surgery.
I'm on my way to the waiting room to get my surgery. It's in 2 hours and 14 minutes, counting.
I'm sitting here kind of a little worried because the surgery is about 4 hours long.
Katie's bottom surgery meant that her penis was fashioned into a vagina and clitoris, and her testicles were cut off.
It hurts. It hurts so bad. And I miss you.
Despite the immense pain, Katie felt freer.
I'm sorry I'm crying. I'm just so happy.
It's very key for your personality. You have to, you know, be a strong person, and if you're not, then transitioning is not for you.
Claire feels stronger knowing that Katie has done what she someday hopes to do.
If Katie Hill can get gender reassignment surgery, then so can I and so can you.
In the vlogosphere, Devon still has his ex Rebecca on his mind.
I guess to start out, I had dated this girl for a while, but she really made me kind of comfortable in my own skin because she really appreciated like my body and like didn't see anything wrong with it, which is kind of like a first that I've ever experienced.
Rebecca's been in contact with Devon to say that she loves him. For Devon, the relationship is over, so he's driving to his old town in Iowa for a heart-to-heart.
I think if she asks about Kelsey, I won't lie to her or anything, but I don't think that's something that I would just choose to talk about because I know that if I did, that would hurt her.
Rebecca is part of a group of close friends Devon left behind in Iowa, so visiting gives him the perfect chance to catch up with the gang.
That's just cuddling.
But he needs to clarify his feelings with Rebecca.
Obviously, I liked you just because you used to do some things that, like, freaking movie people do.
What are these movie things that I did?
Like, on my way back from youth group, that was the first time you pulled a move on me. In the back of my grandma's car.
What was the move?
You leaned in to kiss me, and then
That's not this.
we started kissing. One thing led to another. Kind of explored each other's bodies a bit. It's just really easy to fall in love with you, so.
I don't want that. That's not what I want. You're a cool person. Like, I don't know. I don't like you in that way. Having this conversation today and it not going as well as planned, I think it makes it a little bit clearer that Iowa and Rebecca is in the past, and the future in Minnesota holds Kelsey, and seeing where that goes.
After being rejected at the beach, Claire has called in BFF Olivia to spruce up her online dating profile.
So, what dating apps are you using?
Wow, I've been using OkCupid. What should I say? I'm trans.
Is that something you're comfortable with saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Transgender.
Just kind of added in there.
Do you consider yourself straight or bisexual?
Straight.
Straight, okay. So, your self-summary says, if you want to know more about me, message me. Really?
Well, yeah.
Who are you? Who is Claire?
Claire is a kind person, kind and genuine.
Claire has found an online profile of someone she fancies.
His name is Jason.
Oh, yeah? Is this him?
Yeah.
Ooh.
In his profile, Jason has listed he's open to dating anyone, no matter what sexuality or gender.
He's just like perfect.
He's perfect? Well, have you ever, like, tried talking to him?
Not really. I'm just kind of scared, you know what I mean? Like,
Why are you scared? What pushes you back?
Rejection.
Why don't you message him? Just say, I'd like the chance to get to know you, and then just
send it.
Send it, yeah. All time. Yay.
Being single and confused about your gender can be traumatic.
When you're transgender, it is very easy to feel unlovable, and like you will not be able to find someone who will be accepting of you.
Before he found love with Katie, Arin felt so much shame about being trans that, like nearly half of all transgender teens, he attempted suicide. Devon almost ended it all too, until he found Arin's YouTube videos.
When I was younger, I saw a few of Arin's videos. Watching his videos definitely made me feel like I wasn't all alone, that I wasn't all by myself. It was, this is okay, me being transgender, and there's other folks out there who feel the exact same way that I feel.
I'm determined to be, that man I always saw myself as.
Arin's ambition to get surgery inspired Devon in particular.
These changes that I've been telling you guys are one of the most important things and factors in my life right now, especially my chest.
After Katie's surgery, it's now Arin's turn to go under the knife.
10 blade.
Surgeons performed a double mastectomy to remove his breast tissue. He needed time to recover, but as soon as he did, he was back online.
I'm starting to feel it now. I got my drain tubes and stuff. It's pretty much all I can see, but I'm so happy to be flat-chested.
And he couldn't wait to send a video to Katie too.
Hey baby, I just wanted to send you a video and tell you that I love you.
Love you.
Back in Oklahoma, Katie was eager to see the new Arin.
More of anything, I just missed him when he was gone. I understand Arin probably better than anybody else. I think that bond that we have is unbreakable. I felt like he was ready, just like how I was ready for my surgery.
Hey.
How you feeling?
I'm a little sore, but it's all good.
Oh, wow.
I still got some scar tissue around my nipple and here, but it's starting to go away, and this side is my better side.
Good. He did a really good job.
It's kind of empowering, you know? Seeing him without a shirt on and seeing that he really doesn't have any scars is really cool and kind of gives me hope.
Arin has inspired Devon to take the plunge and to book an appointment to talk about surgery.
I think after having top surgery, I'll definitely feel a lot more comfortable around girls and kind of getting into the intimate part of being with girls. I've only been comfortable sharing my body completely and fully naked with one girl ever before in my life.
Claire's new online profile has got a response. She calls up best friend Olivia to dish.
Hey. Good. Oh my gosh, guess who just messaged me? Jason. Well, he said that he wants to go on a date. Hopefully I get a kiss.
Hi, Claire.
Hi.
You ready for your appointment?
Yes.
We'll be with you in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
But before any kissing, Claire wants to make sure her skin is stubble-free.
Like less than a year ago, I had a full-on beard. Like full-on. Like thick. Had to shave like twice a day. I would never wish for a woman to go through this.
How you doing?
Good, that's fine.
Great.
Claire undergoes laser treatments monthly to kill the hair follicles in her face.
Okay, we're gonna do a little bit on your upper lip.
That's like the worst.
That's the worst part, I know. Beautiful. All right, Claire. You made it. Looking great.
Good?
Yep, we're good. All right, Claire, it looks really good. So
you.
excited. I can't believe it's only been less than a year since we started.
It's very important for my skin to be smooth just because, like, I'm going on a date and I don't want any stubble. That would be not good.
Yeah.
Just in case, like, he kisses me or something.
There's women that would die for your skin. So you're,
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. I think we're well on our way to being done with this part of your journey.
Hair was just a big thing to me. Like, I hated it. Having to, like, shave every day. Like, imagine being a woman growing a beard. That's how it felt.
Inspired by Arin, Devon follows up with a doctor who specialises in transgender medicine.
What's it feel like, I mean, to have the breasts?
It'd be lovely to get them off so I can do some stuff like swimming and hang out with the guys and have no questions asked about it.
You want to have your plan in place by October to have surgery when?
As soon as we can.
Okay.
As soon as the money's there and we have a date. You know?
Okay.
Top surgery costs at least £6,000. But Devon wants to go one step further than Arin and have bottom surgery, building a penis from a graft of his skin. This can cost almost 10 times as much.
So for you, what you would want would be a functional penis.
Yeah.
I mean, that you can pee through,
Yeah.
that would get an erection when you get excited and be able to perform sexually.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you want.
Until he can have the surgery he wants, Devon has to improvise.
Packing is transgender term for, you know, I would basically say just putting anything in your pants to kind of give you that shape and that oomph of having a penis. Surprised you can see it. Makes me feel more myself, more of what I want in my body. If medicine was advanced, I would definitely hop on board of the train of getting a penis. I don't want to die female.
The best advice I could give somebody is that be confident in who you are, and if somebody doesn't agree with that, then, you know, you don't deserve that.
Thanks to the internet, many in the transgender community have newfound confidence.
Do you see this shirt? It says transgendered woman. This movement is real, y'all.
After his top surgery, Arin and Katie were ready to spend their summer at the lake. confident that their post-surgery bodies had finally got them to where they always wanted to be.
I don't think anyone, unless they know our story, actually would come to the conclusion that we're trans men, trans women dating. I think they would just see us as a boy and a girl dating.
The news media picked up on their story. It was a whole new level of exposure.
Now, a month after surgery, Arin is ready to reveal his new manly chest. Off comes his shirt, and Katie couldn't be more impressed.
Fantastic.
I can stick my chest out and just be happy with who I am and confident about it. I feel amazing.
As their fame grew, so did their following. The golden couple were having the time of their lives. Alone together, with 9 million people watching them online. For Claire, it's the moment she's been prepping for. A date with her online crush, Jason. Jason has read Claire's online dating profile and already knows she's transgender.
I am feeling really, really excited. We've been talking online for a little while, and yeah, like he just seems like a really, really good guy. Hi, I'm here to meet Jason. Hi.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You're so handsome.
Well, thanks. You look very nice yourself. Did you find it okay?
It was a little hard to find, to be honest, because it's like literally in an alley.
Well, it's called the alleyway.
Whatever.
Here are your cocktail
Thank
menus.
you, thank you.
Back in just 2 minutes.
Oh, is this the goat cheese?
This is the green beans with the frozen foie gras.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just really need to know, like, what type do you like?
If you look at pictures of the people that I've dated, it would be really hard to find like a pattern or a type. I really like kind eyes and a genuine smile. But aside from that, I don't look at anything physical when it comes to anybody.
Your type is really just like a genuine person.
Yeah, like I said, open to anybody.
Have you ever, and answer this question honestly, have you ever, and would you ever be with a trans person?
No and sure.
No and sure, why?
Yep.
What is that?
No, I haven't ever been with a trans person.
Oh, okay.
Like I've never been like out dating and, you know, a trans person. And sure, why not?
When it comes to physical contact.
Yep.
When do you get intimate and stuff like that? Like, how soon?
When the time is right. I don't think there's a timetable for it. I really don't.
You don't really rush it?
No.
It's not like the first thing on your mind?
No. Typically, I do hold off for quite a while before I have any sort of physical contact with somebody.
That is, like, baffling to me.
Why is that baffling to you?
Because there's so many guys that's all that's on their mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Jason has ticked all the boxes. But will Claire get the kiss her cheeks are ready for?
It's a nice night.
I'm heading out. I'm an old man. Need to go to bed.
Text me, call me.
We'll see you later, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
I really, really think Jason is boyfriend material, if that's too early to say. But I really, really like him a lot.
Devon is preparing for his date, but Kelsey still doesn't know that he's trans. So tonight he needs his mum's advice on a poem with a purpose.
Kelsey, that cute girl that I saw at the skate park, I saw her at the show and we kind of made a little connection, and I invited her to this poetry slam, which is the reason why I'm kind of writing this to kind of tell her that I'm trans. What do you think about that?
I just don't think this is a good idea. It's kind of like dropping a bomb on someone. Yeah. I'm kind of putting myself in her shoes, and even if I was very supportive and an ally, I'd be like, whoa, dude, did you really?
Yeah, she could take it wrong and not know what to do, you know, like she could like bail or like, you know, just chill there. I mean, she could take it really well.
I think if at all possible, Devon, if you can have a little time with her before this and just let her know then. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I feel you.
That evening, Devon makes up his mind to tell Kelsey that he's transgender. but he's decided to tell her in private. The following afternoon, Devon waits to see if Kelsey is going to turn up to meet him.
I'm not too open about, being trans with new faces, new people. A lot of nerves kind of running through my body right now.
But Kelsey does come, and Devon has a chance to talk things through.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you? Should we take a sit and talk for a sec?
Of course. Yeah, are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm extremely nervous. So, I felt like before anything kind of got a little serious between us that I should tell you that. Does that surprise you in any way?
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, I guess I wouldn't have known if you didn't tell me. But like I said, like, there's nothing wrong, so I mean, yeah, but I honestly wouldn't have guessed.
The reason kind of why I told you that and why I'm kind of nervous about this whole thing is because the poem that I wrote is trans-related. It kind of ties in with all of that, and I just, wanted to tell you beforehand before I, sideswiped you
Yeah.
with
yeah, no, that, thank you
poem.
for telling me before.
You ready to go in?
Yeah.
Cool.
Welcome to the Reverb Open Mic. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. It's good to see you. Please make some noise for Devon.
Hey guys, my name's Devon. I'm transgender. Kind of new to Minnesota. I just moved from Iowa about 4 months ago. This is my first time actually sharing my piece with somebody. Oh man. Please don't ask me why I'm way too into girls. Please don't ask me why I hold back. Please don't ask me why I always make my voice deeper when I meet somebody new. Please don't ask me why I'm constantly adjusting my clothes, but ask me why I wear my heart on my sleeve. Please don't ask me why I always have to use the stall in the bathroom. Ask me why I'm so accepting. Please don't ask me why I have 2 names. Ask me why I'm so strong-willed.
I think your piece was so good. I really liked it.
Thank you. There's definitely some changes I could definitely do. And also, to be honest with you, having you there made me a little bit nervous.
Why were you nervous because I was there?
Because I didn't know how you would react to little Dev going up there with a big voice and being passionate and really loud about things. But also, you're cute, so, that's gonna make anybody really nervous, having a cute girl out in the crowd. Do you think maybe possibly we could, go on a formal date?
Yeah, I would really like that.
Awesome. I feel like I could tell Kelsey a little bit sooner than I typically would tell somebody, because knowing her only for a short amount of time, she's really found interest in me, and a connection has definitely been made. But I do feel kind of iffy about how she feels, and I feel like she definitely still has a lot of questions.
Claire has the first second date of her life. But on her way out the door, a top-up.
It's good to take estrogen and right for a date because I think it does give me a confidence boost, makes me feel more feminine.
It's time for Claire to find out if Jason is truly boyfriend material.
My mission is to get Jason. That's my mission.
And she's pulling out all the stops.
The last date we had, he smelled really good. So I want to outdo him a little bit.
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you. Good. Come on in. I love to eat.
This is so good.
All right, you can pop open the oven because I'm covered in chicken juice. I feel like it's 30. What about you? Do you think people are attracted to, or what attracts people to you?
There's more to me than just the outward appearance, And I've endured a lot in my life, just figuring out who I am.
I think if there was one thing that I would want people to know about me, it's my journey.
Well, for a long time, I just put myself down, and now I'm accepting myself and who I am, and it's okay to be transgender.
Claire takes a moment to powder her nose and settle her nerves.
one, I don't want to put pressure on anything, but two, I do want to see where I kind of stand with this. He's a glass of a very expensive wine, or whatever you want to call it. When I've been drinking Dr. Pepper. Jason, I don't know how to ask you this question.
You just asked me right out.
How do you feel about me?
How do I feel about you? I think that we have learned a lot from each other because I'm still kind of finding myself.
What are you finding out?
I find out something new about myself every day.
Would you like ever consider yourself like being with me on an emotional level and like romance level?
I don't think that the best way for me to support you right now is as a romantic endeavor or as a romantic partner. I think the best way for me to support you right now is simply to support you. And I don't know that I feel comfortable adding the aspect of romanticism.
I was just hoping like it could lead somewhere maybe. I do appreciate that you told me in a nice way instead of being like, well, I don't like you. Yeah, thank you for that.
Have a good night. Do be safe getting home, okay?
I'll try.
All right. We'll chat soon.
Okay, bye. Gosh. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm gonna be 21 and haven't even had like a relationship for like even a month. Just getting to the point where I don't even want to try anymore. Even if a guy comes up to me and says, oh, I want to be with you, I'm gonna be like, you're kidding. Like, this is not gonna work out because you're lying.
It's the most unusual love story we've ever seen. America's first transgender teen couple openly dating and madly in love.
1 year after talking to the world's press about their surgery, Arin and Katie are ready to share the next chapter in their relationship.
They were a transgendered couple who knew exactly what the other had gone through, but now they've broken up.
Katie has decided to break up with Arin.
I just wasn't happy with the relationship, and I could see it was taking a toll on him, taking a toll on us, and our friendships, and my grades, and his grades, and I just thought it was best if we split apart. I broke his heart, I know, but I did it for our sake.
I've never been in a relationship besides her since I've been a man.
Transgendered or not, Arin was like any teenage boy who got dumped.
I definitely reacted in the guy way, or, you know, the typical man way. I was upset and I punched things.
The community Arin and Katie built online was devastated too.
And I feel like in our own community, we were looking up to Katie and Arin, you know, a normal couple who understood what they were going through and who stayed with each other for so long. And it just sucks that they broke up. You know, I'm really sad about it.
But Claire rallies the troops.
I think it's very important that we all be here for Katie and her breakup, because I know I would want someone to be there for me.
Katie felt one aspect in particular was missing from her relationship. An aspect that was hard to talk about.
We didn't have an intimate life, really. No, it was just, and that was okay with me. We talked about it, you know, we tried stuff, but all in all, it wouldn't work out. So eventually we were just like, all right, who cares? That's not important. Let's just have a good time, enjoy each other's company.
If you're dating me for sex, then I think you're in the wrong place. Definitely, you know, you better go down the road because you're not going to find that here. I mean, that's an important part of a relationship, but it's not all that.
No, I thought it was kind of funny. I was like, oh great, as soon as I get a vagina, I get a boyfriend without a penis. Like, what? Womp, womp, womp.
Few people can relate to Arin's situation like Devon.
Following Arin and Katie's ending and Katie having transitioned fully and Arin still kind of being held back, I think me being the jealous type that I am, it'd be very hard for me to have somebody else who's a lot farther in transitioning than I am.
Despite the news about Arin and Katie's breakup, Devon still believes he can find romance.
We're kind of like a hopeless romantic. I get my hopes up high for a lot of things that I shouldn't, and I like to keep them high. Kind of always hoping for the best.
He's ready to lay his heart on the line with Kelsey.
Hello. How's that for you?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah.
You can pick the spot. You're taking me on the date.
I see. We'll just sit on top of the hill. So, I was kind of nervous whether or not you were to come today. Because having said that I am transgender, does it change the way you look at me?
Not at all. Not at all. No, I don't know why it would. You know? I mean, I see you as a guy, and that's what you are.
So, Kelsey, for some reason, you kind of stopped me in my tracks. And I definitely think there's more than just like a friend connection. Where kind of would you want this to go?
I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'd like to see like where it goes. I mean, we just met kind of thing. I think you're a really interesting person. I'd like to get to know you a lot better.
I think the ultimate goal at the end of my life, I would definitely want to find somebody that I'm in love with. I think it would be lovely to eventually marry a woman and carry on with our lives as normal people and being in love.
As Devon looks to the future, Arin is trying not to dwell on the past.
The best way to cope with me is just hanging out with my friends, having a good time, working out, you know, keeping on the positive sides of things.
He recognizes how far he's come.
It's a very beautiful thing when you can see yourself transform into something that you've always seen yourself in the mirror.
And despite his heartbreak, he and Katie are still close.
I feel like we're always just going to be friends, and I think we're a lot stronger because of it.
Transitioning with Katie has given me and her a very unique bond.
Katie is now 21 and Arin 19. He started uni and is determined to move on and live his life to the full. Arin and Katie's romance continues to impact the growing transgender community, who will always see them as the golden couple.
It's just like, what are the odds that two people that are transgender and struggling with the same things kind of find each other and fall in love? I think it's very inspirational, and I wish I could, find something like that.